Question number 1. What is the flammable range? Option A, vapor concentration below LEL. Option B, vapor concentration above UEL. Option C, vapor concentration range between LEL and UEL. The correct answer is option C, vapor concentration range between LEL and UEL. If you see the flammability diagram, the percentage volume of hydrocarbon, which is in the y-axis, its flammable range is between 1% and 10% for a standard gas methane. So that 1% is called LEL and 10% is called UEL. So any possibility of fire can occur when the hydrocarbon concentration is between LEL and UEL. Question number 2. What is runaway polymerization? Option A, exothermic self-reaction. Option B, self-reaction. Option C, endothermic self-reaction. Option D, both exothermic and endothermic reactions. The correct answer is option A, exothermic self-reaction. A runaway polymerization is a potentially dangerous reaction in which the chemical products form with excessive speed, producing heat that may lead to explosion or other hazards. Question number 3. What is brush discharge? Option A. Brush discharge is a diffuse discharge from a highly charged non-conductive object to a single blunt conductor that is more rapid than corona and releases more energy. It is not possible for brush discharge to ignite gases and vapors. Option B. A brush discharge is a diffuse discharge from a highly charged non-conductive object to a single blunt conductor that is more rapid than corona and release more energy. It is not possible for the brush discharge to ignite gases and vapors even if the mixture is in the flammable range. Option C. Brush discharge is a diffuse discharge from a highly charged non-conductive object to a single blunt conductor that is more rapid than corona and releases more energy. It is possible for the brush discharge to ignite gases and vapors even if the mixture is not in the flammable range. Option D. A broad electrical discharge from a conductor occurring when the potential difference is high but not sufficient for a spark or arc. The correct answer is option D. A broad electrical discharge from a conductor occurring when the potential difference is high but not sufficient for a spark or arc. Question number 4. Cargo pump rooms are fitted with option A, one fan for ventilation. Option B, portable water sprinklers for firefighting. Option C, fixed fire extinguishing system. So the correct answer is pump rooms are fitted with a fixed fire extinguishing system. The option A, one fan for ventilation, is not correct because the pump room will have two ventilation fans, one exhaust, one on the supply mode. And option B, portable water sprinklers for firefighting. So the pump room is the place where you have the hydrocarbon vapors and oils involved. So it is a basically, if there is a fire, it is due to the class B fire. So we cannot extinguish with water sprinklers. So usually the pump rooms are fitted with either high expansion foam or CO2 system. And also the place is not easily accessible. So the pump rooms are usually provided with the fixed fire extinguishing system. Question number 5. Why are inhibitors added in the cargo? Option A, inhibitors are added by the ship staff before loading or toxic. Inhibited cargoes are often need oxygen, hence should be carried in inerted tanks. Option B, inhibitors are added by the terminal before loading or toxic. Inhibited cargoes often needs oxygen, hence should not be carried in the inerted tanks. Option C, inhibitors are added by the terminal before loading or non-toxic. Inhibited cargoes do not need oxygen and can be carried in inerted tanks. Option D, once the cargo is inhibited, its temperature is never a concern for the cargo carriage. The right answer is option B. Inhibitors are added by the terminal before loading or toxic. Inhibited cargoes often needs oxygen, hence should not be carried in the inerted tanks. Question number 6. The major danger occurs from a vapor cloud if it is option A dissipated in atmosphere, option B reduced in vapor concentration, option C ignited. The correct answer is C, ignited, because in the oil tankers we always find the vapors coming out of the PV walls, right, or moisturizer, right. When it is dissipated into the atmosphere, it will not cause a major danger. So reduced in vapor concentration also not a problem, but when it get ignited, then it lead to a fire. Okay, so the fire of the whole cargo. So the option C is the right answer. Question number 7. What is putrefaction? Option A. Putrefaction occurs in most animal and vegetable oils undergo decomposition over time in stored condition. Option B. Most mineral oils undergo decomposition over time in stored condition when heated. Option C. Most animal and vegetable oils undergo decomposition when heated. Option D applies to all mineral and vegetable oil carried on tankers. So the correct answer is option A. Putrefaction is some sort of deterioration of the cargo. That means mainly on the animal and vegetable oils. So option A, most animal and vegetable oil undergo decomposition over time in the stored condition. So that is the right answer. Question number 8. Fire and explosion in an unprotected cargo tank of an oil tanker can have a wide variety of causes. Identify one that is associated with the accident due to electrostatic discharge. Option A, use of high capacity tank washing machines. Option B, empty tank gases ignited during cleaning or collision results in explosion rupture on the main deck. Option C, very rich vapor expelled from a tank opening during the last stage of loading, which often a dilution may be ignited by the accommodation ignition sources or the like. The correct answer is the electrostatic charge sort of fire or accident occurs in when you use the high capacity tank washing machines. So option A is the right answer. Question number 9. What is cargo inhibition? Option A, all chemical, cargo, physical and chemical properties changes during transportation. To avoid this, certain inhibitors are added to the cargo. Option B, for some chemical cargoes under heat and in presence of oxygen, their physical and chemical properties change. To avoid this, certain inhibitors are added to the cargo. Option C, some chemical cargoes, some physical and chemical properties change due to cold weather in presence of oxygen. To avoid this, certain inhibitors are added. Option D, adding inhibitors to a refined vegetable oil adds its market value as the inhibitor maintain its color. The correct answer is option B. For some chemical cargoes under heat, they are subject to heat and in the presence of oxygen. So their physical and chemical properties changes. To avoid this, certain inhibitors are added to the cargo. Question number 10. How to safeguard a cargo carriage that is susceptible to polymerization? Option A, suitable inhibitors are added after the cargo is loaded. Option B, inhibitors are added before the cargo is loaded. Option C, ships do not carry such cargo due to serious threat to the environment. Option D, maintain the cargo temperature high enough not to cause polymerization. So the correct answer is option B. Inhibitors are added before the cargo is loaded to avoid any polymerization reaction. Question number 11. Specific gravity is used by the American Petroleum Institute API to classify various. Option A, viscosity of the oil. Option B, vapor density of the oil. Option C, weights of the oil. Option D, volumes of oil. So the right answer is option C, weights of the oil. So American Petroleum Institute classify depends upon the specific gravity, is by the weights of the oil. Question number 12. Flash point is the dash temperature at which the fuel oil catches fire. Option A, moderate. Option B, maximum. Option C, minimum. So the right answer is option C, minimum. So flash point is the minimum temperature at which the vapors are formed from the combustible material, which will catches fire momentarily. So that is called a flash point. Okay, so the option C, minimum, is the right answer. Question number 13. Percentage of a hydrocarbon present in raw fuel will not affect A, coloration of the fuel, B, viscosity of the fuel, option C, water content, D, hydrocarbon gives the combustible nature of the petroleum product. So the correct answer is water content. So water content present in the fuel is irrespective of the percentage of hydrocarbon present in the fuel. Question number 14. Tank clingage depends on A, surface tension only, B, cohesive and adhesive forces, C, cohesive, adhesive and surface tension, D, cohesive, adhesive and the liquid melting point. The correct answer is option C, cohesive, adhesive forces and surface tension. The clingages means the sludges or waxes, dirts present in the oil which is adhered to the walls of the tank. So how they are stick to the tanks is because of the following reasons: cohesive forces, adhesive forces and as well as surface tension. Question number 15. Cargo should not be loaded into a tank that is not specially for that duty if it exceeds the normal atmospheric pressure at A, 60 degrees Celsius, B, 15.6 degrees Celsius, C, 25.0 degrees Celsius, option D, 37.8 degrees Celsius. The right answer is 37.8 degrees Celsius. Question number 16. Which law states that at constant temperature, the amount of gas dissolved in a solution is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas? Option A, Pascal's law. Option B, laws of motion. Option C, Fick's law of diffusion. Option D, Henry's law. The correct answer is Henry's law. Question number 17. Of all the hydrocarbon found in nature, which is the lighter fraction of the hydrocarbons which can be free or dissolved? Option A, crude oil. Option B, asphalt. Option C, refined oil. Option D, natural gas. So definitely out of the four, the lightest fraction, okay, and free of any dissolved particles or solids is natural gas. So option D is the right answer. Question number 18. When loading several cargo types, one must not handle more than A, 2 grades at one time, 3 grades at one time, C, 4 grades at one time, D, 5 grades at one time. The correct answer is option B, 3 grades at one time. Question number 19. In a centrifugal pump, option A, the discharge side has a negative pressure. B, the fluid moves in the direction opposite to the impeller. C, the fluid moves in the same direction as the impeller. Option D, the width of the discharge pipeline decreases outwards. The correct answer is option C, the fluid moves in the same direction as the impeller. The discharge side has a negative pressure. It's wrong. It never can happen. Negative pressure occur in the suction side. And the width of the discharge pipe decreases outwards. That is also not a correct answer. And fluid moves in the direction opposite of the impeller. This is against the rotation of the impeller motion. That is also a wrong answer. So option C is the right answer. Question number 20. The purpose of inert gas system aboard tankers is to, option A, allow sufficient oxygen in the tank to sustain life. Option B, prevent outside air from entering the tank. Option C, provide increase in cargo discharge pressure. Option D, comply with the double hull pollution prevention regulation. The right answer is option B, prevent outside air from entering the tank. So the purpose of inert gas system is to avoid the fire hazards occurring inside the cargo tank. Right? So it does not allow the fresh air from the atmosphere to enter into the inert gas, enter into the cargo tank via the vent pipes, because the tanks are already pressurized with the inert gas. So the outside air cannot enter the cargo tanks. Question number 21. As per the MARPOL Annex 1 requirement, option A, only crudes and petroleum products come with the definition of the oil. Option B, all items mentioned in Appendix 1 of Annex 1 come under the category of oil. Option C, only crude oil and black oils have the restriction on pumping out. The remaining products can be pumped out at sea in the limited quantities. Option D, anything having a viscosity greater than that of the water is considered to be the oil. So the correct answer is option B. All items mentioned in the Appendix 1 of Annex 1 of MARPOL comes under the category of oil. Question number 22. A relief valve for the cargo pump is generally installed. Option A, after the discharge valve. Option B, between the pump and discharge valve. Option C, after the suction valve. Option D, between the pump and suction valve. So the right answer is between the pump and discharge valve. Usually the relief valve are provided between the pump outlet and to the discharge valve. So by accident or by mistake, if the discharge valve is shut, the pump should not get damaged or explode due to the higher pressure. So a relief valve is provided between the pump and the discharge valve. Question number 23. Which statement is true concerning the flash point of a substance? Option A, it is lower than the ignition temperature. Option B, it is the temperature at which the substance will spontaneously ignite. Option C, it is the temperature at which a substance when ignited will continue to burn. Option D, it is the temperature at which the released vapor will fall within the explosive range. The correct option is option A. It is lower than the ignition temperature. So the flash point is the temperature at which the vapor starts producing from the flammable substance. So it is definitely lower than the fire point temperature or ignition temperature. Question number 24. What does IBC stand for? Option A, Imperial Bulk Code. Option B, International Bulk Code. Option C, International Bulk Chemical Code. So the right answer is option C, International Bulk Chemical Code. So the IBC code we used in the chemical tankers regarding the storage, stowage and planning of the cargo. So it is under the International Bulk Chemical Code. Number 25. Use and measurement of an effective safety culture. Identify one statement that identifies an effective safety culture. Option A, recognition that all accidents are preventable and only usually occur following unsafe actions or a failure to follow established procedure. Option B, individual seafarers assume responsibility for the safety rather than relying on the others to provide it. Option C, through mutual respect, increasing confidence in the value of the safety culture results in a more effective safety management system. Option D, a safety management system that is always setting target for the continuous improvement with a goal of zero accidents. The correct answer is option D, a safety management system that is always setting targets for the continuous improvement with a goal of zero accidents. So the purpose of the safety management is to reduce any accidents, or we can say zero accident, and to continuously improve the safety culture. Question number 26. The main element of peak safety performances are option A, reducing the number of accidents to less than 5% of the previous year accidents. Option B, reducing the number of pollution incidents to less than 2% of the previous year pollution incidents. Option C, no operational incidents, no personal injuries, and no harm to the environment. The correct answer is option C. The main element of peak safety performances are no operational incidents, no personal injuries, and no harm to the environment. Question number 27. A chemical cargo vapors can enter human body due to option A, continuous working on deck, option B, working in the pump room, option C, inhalation, skin contact, and also by swallowing, option D, improper use of proper PPE. So the right answer is option C. The chemical cargo vapors can enter the human body in various ways, through the nose by inhalation, and through the skin contact, absorption by the skin, and also through mouth, that is by swallowing. Question number 28. Organizational safety value aims at option A, less than 2 incident in a year, option B, reduce the incident to less than 10% of the incident in the previous year, option C, zero incident program, option D, allow only 1 incident per year. The correct answer is option C, zero incident program. So always the organizational safety aims at zero accidents or zero incidents. So zero incident program is the right answer. Question number 29. Measuring current performance and behavior, find the key element. Option A, for an effective safety culture, it is essential to have the means to monitor the company's current performance in order to identify a way in which the safety can be improved. Option B, the SMS required by the ISM code provides such mechanism. Option C, a readily comprehensible means of monitoring the effectiveness of the safety is the lost time incident LTI rate, which is commonly used across many industries to measure the personal injuries. Option D, a lost time incident is an incident which results in the absence from work beyond the date or shift when it occurred. The correct option is option A. For an effective safety culture, it is essential to have the means to monitor the company's current performance in order to identify a way in which the safety can be improved. Question number 30. Which part is included in the fire triangle to extend it to the fire tetrahedron? Option A, heat, option B, chain reaction, option C, fuel, option D, oxygen. The correct answer is option B, chain reaction. The fire triangle consists of heat, fuel, and oxygen. But the further studies, that is the improvement of from a fire triangle to the fourth element added to the fire triangle, that is in the shape of tetrahedron. So the fourth element added to the fire is a chain reaction. Okay. So the option B, chain reaction, is the correct answer.